Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars set review. Today we have the Death Star Final Duel. Set number is 75291, ages 9 plus, has a retail price of $100 US. I do want to thank LEGO for providing the set for review. That's why it has the sticker on it. Alright, so this is an interesting set. We recently got this set back in 2016, I believe, 2015, 2016, which is pretty much this exact set. This is just an updated version of the previous iteration. I purchased that set, but I never actually built it for some reason. I don't know what my reasoning was for. I don't think I was just super interested in it. But now we have this set, so now I'm going to open it. Best part of this set, right away, Darth Vader has arm printing. First time in, 20 years, 21 years of LEGO Star Wars, we finally have a Darth Vader with arm printing. This is a figure that I have requested since the Imperial Star Destroyer of last year. I said that we should have gotten a Darth Vader with arm printing in the $700 set, but here we are getting in a $100 set, so I'm sure that'll make plenty of you happy. I've always wanted a Darth Vader with arm printing, so this is kind of a dream come true just for that one minifigure. Kind of already makes this set a little bit better. Now, it is a remake of the set. Apparently, there is definitely some differences. I'm not really going to be going through those differences in this video. What I will be doing is just kind of reviewing the set, seeing how it is, seeing if it's worth that $100. Overall, I mean, it already has desirable figures. We have a new version of Palpatine, a new version of Luke, new version of Vader. Unfortunately, the Royal Guards are pretty much the same, so I'm really, really excited by all these different functionalities in this set and seeing whether this is a worthy contender to buy this year of the summer 2020 wave of LEGO Star Wars sets. So I'm going to go ahead and build this, and then we'll jump into those minifigures. And here's the set built, but as always, we'll go ahead and start off with the minifigures of the set. First up is Luke Skywalker in his Return of the Jedi outfit. So he has kind of the black stealthy outfit with the black hand and flesh hand, the black hand representing his robotic arm. If we turn it around, there's also some printing on the back with a nice little pouch there, which is a nice little detail. He has kind of a upset face here, kind of an aggressive face. If we take his headpiece off, flip him around, you can see here that he has more of a smile, more of like, oh hey, my father is still alive in the mask. So it looks good, great looking Luke figure. He also comes with a green lightsaber and dual chromed hilt. But other than that, great looking Luke. Everybody loves this version. He looks so cool. Next up is Darth Sidious, or the Emperor, or Emperor Palpatine, whatever you want to call him. But this is a new version of the Emperor. As you can tell, he has a new hood piece. This was introduced earlier in 2020 with, I believe it was the Death Star canon set with Obi-Wan coming in that set. He had this hood piece in brown, but now we have it in black. And it looks really, really good on the Emperor figure. You'll also see he has a nice robe type of printing going on here with a little, I guess, a buckle right there to hold it all together. And then he has two lightning pieces, but he also comes with a lightsaber, and I'll be showing that later in the actual set. There's a place to put it. The cape you get here is kind of like the soft fabric, not the normal kind of, I don't want to call it crafted fabric, but it doesn't move as freely as this one does. I'm not a fan of this particular cape material. LEGO's been kind of going on and off with what they include in terms of their capes, but there is no back printing here, so it's a completely blank back, which is fine because you never really see it because he has his cape on. But if we take a look at the face a little bit closer, I have to take the hood off, and you'll see, he has the yellow looking skin, the tan looking skin, kind of a evil demonic face, and then even more evil looking on the back. So he does have a dual-sided face, which I do appreciate. It's a really good looking face. I love the wrinkles and everything that's going on here. So overall, a great Emperor figure. I have no complaints. I love getting this figure, so looks great. And next up, you have to have the Royal Guards if the Emperor's around. So here they are, the Royal Guards that protect the Emperor. They have dark red arms, full red outfit with some very minor printing on the torso. The head underneath is just a blank black Lego head. They also have this, this type of fabric which moves very easily. It's not again, I'm calling it the crafted fabric, where it's more secure in one particular position. If we lift up the robe, no back printing. That's fine. You never really see the back anyways. And they've been using the same headpiece for all these years, but that's okay because it's actually pretty accurate, so I have no complaints there. And then has this, I don't even know what to call it, like a sword or something that they hold. It's just basically a staff. So nothing crazy here. You do get 2 of these figures in the set. They're both exactly the same. There's no differences, so keep that in mind. But other than that, it's nice to get these figures. I wish we could get an updated version. I'm pretty sure this is the same version we got in the Battle Pack years ago. So nothing crazy here, but nice to have them. And I saved the best for last. Darth Vader with arm printing. There it is. Look at that gorgeous arm printing. Let me just move that back. Oh my God. Just perfect. Perfect right there, guys. It's the first time we've ever gotten arm details on a Darth Vader minifigure in 21 years. I can't believe it took them this long. I really highly requested that we'd get arm printing on a Darth Vader in the ISD, or the Imperial Star Destroyer, the $700 that we got last year in 2019. I was really surprised they didn't include a figure like this, but weirdly enough, they decided to put it in the final Duel set, so here we are, which is fine. I'm sure a lot of you will appreciate that you can get a Darth Vader with arm printing and a $100 set rather than a $700 set, but it does kind of, it's weird because this is the only figure in the set that comes with arm printing. None of the other figures have it. It's very strange that they decided to do this. I guess they were like, oh, we need some type of very exclusive minifigure for this set to make it worthwhile, since we had a set very similar to this a few years ago. That's the only explanation I can come up with. If we take Darth Vader's helmet off, he has a kind of a smile on his face, kind of a happy face, I guess, because he's defeating the Emperor and redeeming himself to his son. Great details on the body here. As you can see, lots of great little mechanisms and all of his electronics that he has in his suit. You also notice he has a pair of handcuffs, and that's to hold Luke in his bindings when he arrives to the Emperor. So that's why these are included. It also, of course, includes a red lightsaber with hilt, and there is no dual-sided face, but there is printing on the back of the head, just more scarring from everything that happened between him and Obi-Wan. If I lift up his back cape, he actually does have some details underneath here. And let me just show you guys that arm printing again. So as you can see, there is like kind of a shoulder piece here, and then there's just lines that kind of go down, and that is the arm printing here. All of it is a chrome color, so it's actually shiny, which is really nice. It makes the arm printing just that much better. Matches the same color around the torso, so it really comes together. Probably the best Darth Vader minifigure we've ever gotten. Personally, I've never been a big fan of this helmet design. I always enjoyed the original helmet design. That's something you can swap out on yourself. If you don't like this helmet design, it's not a big deal. We actually got the original helmet design in the 20th anniversary ATRT last year. But, I mean, overall, no complaints here. Great looking Darth Vader. It's just so nice to have arm printing. Honestly, this figure elevates the set to a whole nother level, having such an exclusive figure as this one right here. So probs to Lego. All right, so jumping into the actual final Duel set, I'm very excited and I'm already very impressed by this set. It's actually a pretty good sizable build. I think a lot of you will be quite surprised by how much there is to it, which is great. Set's only like around 800 pieces, and $100, that's kind of pushing it, but I feel like this set is actually possibly worth $100. You get a lot of functionality. I feel like there's a lot here. It's pretty substantial of a set, so that's really nice. There's technically 5-6 different rooms here, which is really cool. So the first room, of course, is where the Emperor is sitting right now, kind of the we'll just call it the Emperor's sitting area, and he gets to look out onto the fleet. There's the window pieces. There's actually 3 of them. They're all printed too. There's very few stickers actually in this set, which is really nice. I think there's only like 7 or 8 stickers, and they're all very large, nothing like small or anything like that. But yeah, so you have the Emperor's area right here. You have kind of the trench, or the area where you dump Palpatine all the way down, and supposedly he dies. We thought for so many years he died, but we all know in 2019 that's not the case. And then over here you have kind of a dueling area, so you have some different areas and walkways that you can actually, I'll show you here in a little bit, but there's a cool functionality here. Then you have the front area where you can open these doors like so. So this is just kind of arriving from the elevator, I suppose. And then this room actually extends, so you have like a walkway, which you could consider another room. And then as we go in the back here, there's still another room. It's actually under where the Emperor is kind of sitting, and basically you can have a duel between Vader and Luke right here. So there's, I guess if you consider the walkway part of it, then that's 6 different rooms, which is really cool that they pack so much into a set like this. Now you'll notice that these side rooms tend to move around, and that's because they're not locked into this, and these things can also close inwards. Thankfully, LEGO thought about that, and so if you close the walkway inwards and you take these 2 sides, you'll see they have 2 little hooks here. It can all snap together, so now nothing is moving, which is really, really nice. The only thing that will still move are these, but they don't move that much, so it's not a big deal. So I like that you can enclose the set if you want to. Looks like Darth Vader is going to die on us. But that's really nice. I think LEGO really thought through about this. You can open all 3 windows if you want to. I don't know if you would want to, but hey, you know, if you want to recreate some Empire Strikes Back scenes, you're more than welcome to. There's nothing really going on underneath the set, so let's go ahead and just go room by room and talk about the functionalities of this set. So I'm really excited. So again, just starting off in the front here, 2 doors that open and close. You can extend it outwards to have a walkway, which is really cool. I like that. If we take a closer look at this front area, there is a green little statue or trophy. There's a little red, I don't know, decoration, and just some nice decorations. Kind of reminds me of Palpatine's office on Coruscant, so maybe that's a nice little throwback. It doesn't exactly look like the elevator that we see in Return of the Jedi, but that's okay. Moving on over here, this is like, I guess where the Emperor dies, where Darth Vader throws him. I say that because now we know the Emperor lives, okay? So anyhow, you have this little trench area. There's some, you know, panel details. These are stickers here on this side, but if you look closely, there is actually some pipes and stuff to decorate on the inside of the trench or hole where Palpatine falls down. So I'm going to go ahead and just take him. He can, of course, fall down outside of the trench, so he goes down. Oh no, he supposedly dies. But then we lift him up and he comes out through the bottom. So that's really cool. So you could definitely have the whole duel scene here, Palpatine or the Emperor's right here, and just kind of recreate the fun, recreate your childhood or whatever. So that's really neat. I enjoy that. Cool little scene. Moving on to the center area, we again have Palpatine's chair, which is really nice. And oh, what's that? There's a lightsaber that's hidden. So that's really cool. Another little throwback to episode 3 with his secret lightsaber in his chair, or in his arm, I guess, or he just pops it out of nowhere. You'll notice there's actually different little hooks all around his chair. So you could put Luke's lightsaber here, you could put the lightning pieces right here, or you could put them on the back. So plenty of different storage. Another thing you'll see, there's kind of a gap right here in the chair. That's so he can properly, and I'll go ahead and just show it to you, he can properly sit down and his cape won't get caught, which is really nice. So that's a great function. I like that this chair actually tapers over here on the top, so that's a nice little detail. Looks really good. I'm really happy. On both sides there's some panels just showing the Death Star, or the second Death Star I should say. There is some Star Wars text, so for my hardcore fans out there, see if you can break down what that text says and let me know down in the comments what it ends up being. There's also some nice details right here, very nice looking. You can have, there's plenty of room to have like Luke kind of stand and, you know, fight the Emperor, fight Vader, whatever you want to do. Plenty of room around here, so that's nice. Now there is a really cool play function up here in front of the Emperor's stage, or his sitting area. There's this lever right here, and sorry, this keeps on falling down on me, but there's this lever right here that if I hold it down real quick, and I'll just go ahead and put Luke on it so you guys can see what happens, but if I quickly hit that, the whole staircase falls apart, or at least part of the staircase. So that's really enjoyable if you want to have a fun little functionality with that. So that's really cool. And then moving on to the last room, because I mean, it's a hallway, we don't need to cover that too much, but this is another area where Vader and Luke can fight. So right here, for example, there's actually a functionality. There's two functions right here on this side. So the first function is you could have either Darth Vader or Luke kind of slash this the walkway area, and you can see that it's easy for it to fall, and you know, I understand why, but just keep that in mind. It does fall off quite a bit, I want to say. I mean, you can tell as I'm reviewing this set. Now, there's another functionality where there's a scene where Luke jumps up onto this walkway, and so there's actually a little catapult right here. So if you place Luke and you click it down like that, you can get them up there. I don't know, supposedly you can actually get them to stay up here, like you can get them to jump and then actually land like that. I don't know how possible that is. Apparently it is quote unquote possible. I don't know how many tries you'd have to do until you actually got around to doing it, but you can get them up there. I don't need to spend all day, but there's two different functionalities here, so that's really cool. Now, moving over to this side, we'll go ahead and throw it around. And if we take the Emperor's room off here, you can have this be a separate room off to the side if you want. But this is another area for Vader and Luke to fight, as we see in the movie. So, and you can actually definitely close this up, so if you want them just kind of be actually fighting underneath everything, just like how you see it in Return of the Jedi, then you can definitely do that. So that's really cool. Great features, great functionality all around. I'm very, very happy with this set. It's really cool. There's actually two more clips right here. I think that's probably where you're going to put the Emperor's lightning, because it doesn't really make sense to put it around the chair. So again, I'm really happy that LEGO thought about everything here. They've really thought this set through, and it's definitely an improvement. Not a major improvement, because these rooms were switched around, I believe, in the original version of this set, but it's really not bad at all, and it looks really cool, actually. Like it's more cool looking than I initially had imagined. So that's the set. So what are my final thoughts on this? I think it's actually worth the $100. This exclusive Darth Vader minifigure definitely elevated the set. I guarantee you this Darth Vader alone will be worth probably in the range of $30 to $40, even while this set is fully available on the shelves, just because of the arm printing. It's crazy how LEGO fans look at that, but believe it or not, this figure is going to be worth a lot just because of some extra printing on the arms. So that definitely elevates this whole set, because that is a very iconic figure getting some new details. But overall, you get 5 great minifigures. Definitely the trio here, Darth Vader, Luke, and the Emperor, are probably very desirable by a lot of not just newer fans, but original fans of the original trilogy. So there's plenty for everybody to get out of the set and really, you know, relive your enjoyment of Return of the Jedi, which is a fantastic movie. Plenty of different functions. I think there's probably 6 or 7 different functions, so that's really great. The playability is excellent, and it does have a really nice display look on it. I like how it's displayed here. It looks really cool. Yes, it's a little jam-packed together. It's not as spaced out as the actual scene in the real movie, but given with what LEGO has done here, I'm really surprised, and I have to recommend the set. I think the Darth Vader minifigure and the rest of the minifigures are a great selection. If you weren't the person to pick up the original version of this set, then I think this is an easy buy. There's no reason at this point, especially with the Darth Vader. I know I keep mentioning him, but that is just such a cool thing. Now, if you have the original version of this set, I'd be hesitant on buying it because it's very similar looking. There are differences, not a ton, but there are differences. So it's up to you whether you would want to purchase another one of these sets. Again, if you're just looking for the Darth Vader minifigure, that's going to run you about $30, $40, but then again, this set is a $100 set. So, I mean, you can justify it as you will. So if you haven't had the previous version of the set, I think this is easily worth $100. You could wait a couple months, probably get it on sale on Amazon or Walmart for maybe $90 or $80, but anything in that range of $80 to $100 if you're going to pay full price, I think this is actually a good set, and I think a lot of you are going to really enjoy displaying this on your shelves, playing with it, and getting great minifigures. So I definitely recommend it. Great job, LEGO. All right, that's it, guys. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.